There are so many children who are in our children's home, like the Master Project in Kayole.
Wow.
Extend a hand of love. Buy one bag of unga. Give them. Buy some 5 kgs of nyama. Wapelekewe pale, wapikiwe.
Today I am the DJ. Today I am hosting.
Habari zenu mashabiki, leo ni siku njema kabisa. It's a happy Friday and today we are live at the Garden of Joy and I'm telling you, you are set for a great show.
Maybe Esther, you can tell me.
Yes.
When people talk about love, what do you understand by love?
Wow, fantastic. Thank you so much, my team leader.
Yes.
It's an honor actually to be in this show together with you. And as you heard, we are at Garden of Joy. This is such a mega project, and today we are discussing matters love. I don't know, when you talk about love, it's quite it's a complex kind of a subject because it's no real definition.
Very complex.
It's very complex.
Very complex. Maybe you should tell us, is love complex? Faith Esther says love is very complex. Maybe you can tell us whether this love you are talking about is very complex. Yes. Go ahead, Faith Esther.
You know, when you're talking about like this, not one clear definition of love.
Yes.
That you can say love is this or love is the other. It's really because you find at the age of before people are 10 and they talk about love, is different from the people who are in the age bracket of 20 years.
Yes.
When you get to that, you find the definition changes. At 40 and beyond, everything changes. So that's why I'm saying there's no clear definition that you can say love is this.
Amazing.
But definitely there are those characteristics that would mark love.
Amazing.
But defining it would be a tall order.
I saw somewhere people saying that there are various types of love.
Yes.
Maybe you can share with us some of these types of love out there in the world.
Yes,
and then you can be able to say, hey, George Bwana, uko fande hii.
Exactly. And even as I'm coming to those types of love, because we are trying to define, because one thing, there are usually 3 things that people confuse to be love.
Yes.
This love itself, which we haven't even defined as yet, you know, viewers who are watching, there is lust and this infatuation.
Hallelujah.
Those are 3, you know.
Yes.
And many times one can confuse infatuation for love or lust for love.
Yes.
But maybe one thing I can say about maybe infatuation first.
Yes.
Infatuation is whereby it's just you are attracted to somebody physically and emotionally. Just that. You know,
physically and emotionally.
Wow. Just that. There's a part that is still missing. And that's why that can be a harmless.
So you are passionate about somebody.
Exactly.
Wow.
But now this is physical and emotional. And so you find somebody can be infatuated. You know, you're infatuated. You think you love somebody, but in the real sense, it is not love.
Oh my goodness.
It is just infatuation. But then there's also another one called lust. It's just physical. It's what you see.
Yes.
It doesn't go beyond that.
I tell you.
So you see somebody and you think maybe their body structure is good and everything, but it doesn't go beyond that.
Wow.
And so you think now maybe you're blinded to think that you love that person.
Yes.
But then now there's love. You know, I'm still trying
the real love. Yes.
It has the physical, it has the emotional and the intellectual.
Yes.
Which is missing in all the others. And so when the intellectual bit now comes, then you can actually find people building something beautiful.
Wow.
Which leads to a family, which leads to, you know.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so there are those 3 things then when we are talking about love, and if it's genuine love, is that true love?
When you love a friend, what is that love?
It's called philia. For example, I'm sure you have your circle of friends.
Exactly, yes.
Maybe they are fellow CEOs or maybe they are people you do business with. And all. So there's that friendship. And you know that also because you're so close to this kind of a person, you're able to help one another. That one we call it philia love. It's the affectionate kind of love. You know?
Wow.
It's the love we exchange even at workplaces. You know, you find that because we are more friends, you know, at the work office and at the workplace.
Wow.
So that's philia. Philia is the love between friends.
Yes.
But then we also have the love in families. For example, the love that a mother can have to the child, a father to the child, or you have this love towards your brothers, your sisters, your mother, your father. We call it storge.
I tell you.
You know, storge. Yeah, that's now the love that is exchanged between in a family kind of a setup.
Amazing.
Yes, and that's we actually have 5 different kinds of love. So we have talked about philia. My view, I hope you're taking notes. Philia is the one between
between families. No, between friends. Friends and equals.
And it's affectionate love. Then we have this love in families that is exchanged in families.
Fantastic.
Mother, father, sister, brother, parent, child, and other kind of a thing. It's called storge.
Yes.
And then we also have the eros.
Love. Sasa hii ni ya wapenzi.
Ni mapenzi.
Wapenzi sasa, yes. Vijana mko hapo. Ndio hiyo sasa.
And we find now that is the love exchanged by lovers. You know?
Yes.
And mostly then that would apply when it is a situation like in a marriage between a husband and a wife.
Yes. Oh, there's a guest. So guest, karibu sana. This is James Proti. And James Proti has got something red.
Oh,
Yes.
Maybe he knows this is the day of talking about love.
I see. We got the memo.
Yes.
We got the memo.
We got the memo.
I got the memo.
But I'm told
Yes.
he took somebody somewhere. The child somewhere.
Somewhere.
Because he loved the child.
Oh.
So this is
It's the
the
child
love
he
for the
took.
family, isn't it?
Is a child.
That is filia.
That
Is it
no,
filia
that's
or is it
touch.
storage?
That's touch.
Okay, fantastic.
Yes.
Father to son or father
Excellent.
to daughter. Yes.
Karibu sana.
Asante sana.
Karibu sana. We are here with our viewers, and
Wonderful.
today we are here at the Garden of Joy.
Wonderful.
We are talking about love because this particular season, the season of Christmas,
Yes.
is a season of love. You know, God gave us love,
Yes.
and we are encouraging our people to show that love outwards, so that we are able to have a better community. And of course, Faith Esther was telling us different types of love, and she's just explaining. But maybe James Proti,
Yes, please.
what are some of these types of love that you have experienced in your life?
There are over 3 types of love.
Tell us. Yes.
In this life.
Let me listen.
Yeah, but the love that I really admire is this kind of love called the agape love.
I tell you. Hey, those are new names.
Yes.
This is free love, like the love of God, whereby you give your all.
Yes.
Like the way God gave His only begotten Son to us.
Yes.
If we can be able to express the same kind of love
Wow. To everyone.
to everyone,
Out there over Christmas.
that your heart is so free, you don't have anything to hold
I tell you.
towards Naglai.
Exactly.
When Naglai comes to you and says, James Proti, I need ABCD, you can give freely.
That is like love to the community,
Love
to the
to the
society.
community.
Wow.
It's unconditional.
Unconditional
Hey,
love.
those are the words. Yes.
Oh, yes. Like the way Optimum Foundation is doing. Giving unconditional love.
Wow.
And I know Faith Esther will be able also to share more about this kind of agape love.
Yes.
Whereby you go out there, you reach the people
Yes.
who cannot be able to afford item ABCD in life. And you give them your all.
We are here in this particular show to encourage you,
Yes.
to inspire you, that we can be able to practice this particular love. Maybe Faith Esther, you can tell us, what should people do to
Yes.
exercise this family love so that we don't hear fights?
Yes.
You can imagine the, Faith Esther and JP.
Yes, please.
People are already building this particular project.
Yes.
And then in the night, unasikia, ooh, ooh, you think it's a hyena. Kumbe there are people fighting. Ooh. So
Yeah.
can we help our people out there?
Yes.
What are some of the things that they can practice
Yes.
to ensure that their families are swimming in love?
In love. If a man and a woman have to live in peace, then definitely there are some things they have to agree on. Otherwise, unaona venye team leader anasema utasikia kama ni bweha anabweka mahali
Yes,
pa.
please.
Lakini maybe ni mtu ameshikwa mashati na
Ameshikwa koo.
na hapewi amani. But one thing is first, people have to respect one another.
Wow.
Respect is very, very important. Respect between whether it is a husband and a wife, or respect between a parent and the child, respect between, father and mother, or father and the child. It is very, very important, because if you have to go far, then the moment that you show somebody that you respect them, that is a sure way of ensuring that there's harmony in the house. Because it can't be that when the man is speaking, the woman also wants to speak, and so the voices are all raised. There has to be that level of respect which brings harmony in a family. And so even for the people who are coming to settle here, that is something already in this Garden of Joy. It's something that tunahimiza kabisa. As you come here, if you want peace and harmony and enjoy the joy in this Garden of Joy, then respect is very key.
Wow.
Because it will stop people now from fighting one another. Because I'll be able to listen to you carefully, and to listen to understand, not listening
Wow.
to speak back.
I like it.
And so as we are understanding one another, as we respect one another, then you can even come to a conclusion of the matter that was being raised.
Yes.
Rather than when the voices are all raised. You're raising
Wow.
yours and the person is raising theirs, then it
Fantastic.
becomes very chaotic.
Faith Esther, can you tell us, how can we love our communities? Because there are some people out there, maybe this particular Christmas, they have nothing to celebrate about.
Oh, yeah.
You are there. You have something to celebrate about. You have resources. Can you help us? Can you unpack on how we can make these communities feel they are also loved?
Thank you so much, our team leader. And for sure, in this season of giving and this season of love, if there's something I can say that I've learned, which I want to share with our viewers, is something I've learned from the Optiven Foundation. And the Optiven Foundation is basically eyes on the community. Basically trying to reach out to the people in the community and being a blessing to them. And so in this Christmas season, realize that people have had it rough. Some people have had it rough the entire year. So when they're hearing of Christmas, they don't even know what they're going to have even that day. There's no food. There is nothing that they can, that would make them enjoy Christmas. And you are there and you have extra. or the little that you have, you can share with a neighbor, you can share with a friend, you can share with that person who does not have something to eat. And so this Christmas, what I would want to urge you is that be your neighbor's keeper and ensure that you share. Share the little you have, share the much you have. And if you also are wondering, maybe how do I even get these people to give? Maybe you don't know anybody who doesn't have food, you know, you don't know anybody who is struggling. You can reach out to us by checking www.optivenfoundation.org and be able to check on how you can actually partner with us if you don't have an idea of somebody that you can bless this Christmas. And you know, anytime that you contact us, you know, and you contact the Optiven Foundation,
Yes.
there are people to receive you there. There are people who will ensure that whatever you give is taken care of, you know, well taken care of, and it reaches the people for which it is supposed to go to.
Amazing.
So this Christmas, don't be mean.
Don't be
eat
mean.
all alone.
Yeah.
Share.
Share.
Share with your friend.
Don't
share
be
with
mean.
that orphan. Share with that other person.
Yes.
And that you cause also great blessing.
Faith Esther,
Yes.
we are a product of environment.
Yes.
We are a product of where we are living.
Yes.
How else can we urge our communities, and our communities is the Garden of Joy communities,
Yes.
to love, to nurture, to massage, to hug the environment?
Great. And I agree first with what my colleague has said, James. You know, the issue of the air purifiers.
Yes.
And I think it's something that we have been urging, you know, our customers, the people who are occupying this area, to just come as much as possible and ensure that they plant the trees, because we are going green with Optiven. You know, that has been our slogan, going green.
Going green, Optiven, yes.
Going green, Optiven. And so what I could recommend now for our clients, even the building materials that they use.
Wow, building materials.
The building materials.
Yes.
You know, because we know that we are trying to take care of the environment for a healthy future and healthy families that are living here. So that also has to be taken care of.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
You
Yes.
talked about building materials.
Oh,
I
yes.
want our listeners to listen carefully. I saw a research somewhere,
Yes.
I think from Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, that the roofing materials Kenyans are using, especially the upper market, they are roofing materials, you cannot drink that water.
Yes.
What a shame. So if you are there, you are coming to build the Garden of Joy, Victory Gardens, Amanlich, ask your supplier, can I drink water from the roofing materials? Because once you tap this particular water,
Yes.
you are actually subscribing to the going green agenda.
Yes.
So the three of us here, we are appealing to all our customers, to our communities, recycle or tap or harvest the water.
Yes.
So Faith Esther, that was point number one.
Yes.
How else?
How else also is that, you know, there's the issue of the water conservation, which is very, very key. You know, when you're talking about preserving our environment, anytime there's water, even in this particular project, just recently we had the elevation of the water tank, which is in the project, and I don't want to preempt because I know we'll be going round. So always ensure that you also take care of the water that is available within the project. How do you do that? You ensure that you're taking care of the water that is in the project by ensuring that you close the tap. This is not just for the people who are at the Garden of Joy, even wherever you are, you know, in your home and all. Anytime you're not using the water, ensure that you know, the tap is locked or closed so that the water is not running.
Wow.
Yeah, that's also another thing to conserve the environment, and it's something that people usually take for assumption, but it's very, very important. Ensure that there's no running water. Once you're done, even if you're washing your dishes, don't wash them on a running tap. Yeah, ensure that you put somewhere, you know, some water somewhere, and that way, as we are conserving the water, we are also conserving our environment.
I like that.